Hello and welcome to Canutillo Convos, episode 10. This is the official Canutillo ISD
How do
podcast.
you say 10 in other languages?
Zen of
Zen?
Deutsch.
What's that?
German.
German. Any other languages how you say 10?
No.
Yes.
Yes. Great. We have a full house today, Dr. Galaviz, because we're talking about plenty of subjects here. And
A lot
we have-
going on.
we-
Going on.
yeah, we have to kick off our conversation here today. We have the two student members of the Board of Trustees, and these are These are students in our two high schools.
They're advisors.
They're
student
advisors. And they've been on participating for a couple of meetings and have proven very insightful. And they're going to take a new role this upcoming month as we talk about the school board election. So please help us welcome Aitiana Mondragon and Reyes. How are you guys?
Good. I'm doing good.
Great. So, you guys have been sitting up there for a couple of months now, taking a look at agendas and listening and participating in conversations about the day-to-day operation of the school district. How has that experience been?
For me, it's been quite a wild experience. I'm gonna be honest, I've never actually attended a board meeting, so it was a new experience coming in. But it just gave me a new point of view of what goes behind the scenes of our school and how it operates.
What goes behind the scenes? You said wild. Use the word wild. What's wild? What was wild?
I just think, there's a lot of ups and downs. I don't want to
Oh, you don't say names. Just like what?
just think,
Do you think there's a lot of things a lot of decisions and discussions that happen that people don't realize are happening?
Yes.
Yeah, especially students, right? I mean, I know when I was a student in high school, I didn't know who was on the school board. I didn't know even who the superintendent was. But these are people that make important decisions for our schools. So you guys coming on board and having that student voice there is critical. Again, you guys are leaders in your schools. Like, do you think this gives you an added perspective into what goes on at your school?
Oh, definitely, because obviously Northwest has been having more of a voice now, and we've been able to get more involved, especially like recently with the homecoming parade. For the first time in a long time, we got a float, and that was very interesting to say the least, but it was also very uniting within our school, so that was fun. But also like just to advocate for like a new campus for Northwest as well.
And the two of you are going to be taking on a special role, Dr. Galaviz, as we head into the school board election time. Leslie and Aitiana are going to help us lead the traditional candidate forum that the district organizes. Why is it important to have students kind of be the leaders in this effort?
Because the decisions that we're making, especially at the board level, is about you. It's about the kids. And many times your voice is lost. Or many times, you have elected officials coming in and trying to, when I was in school or back in the day, and they're trying to dictate policy and programs and basically tell you what's good for you, and that's not, we don't grow that way. And I think that's why when you have elected officials come in and candidates, sometimes they have their own agenda. And their own agenda is not about growth, equity, being innovative, or programming. It's their agenda and what they think is right, and what they right away want to start taking things and adding things. It's like, wait, time out. Because this is about kids. This is about our future. And so to have kids moderate that dialogue with the candidates coming in is good, because they need to look you in the eyes when they're trying to do something or take away library books or try to take away something else or not um, um, advocate for the, again, talk about the bond and the pros and cons, and you want to hear their voice, because again, these decisions it's about our future, in which you are our future.
So you guys feel up to the task of being the moderators for the candidate forum?
I mean, we've seen board meetings ourselves, and obviously adults can be a little particular sometimes, we won't lie. But hopefully we're able to moderate the debate correctly and everything runs smoothly so that the community obtains the proper answers that they deserve to hear. But also, as students, of course, to make sure they understand that the decisions they'll make, if they do happen to be elected into that position, will affect us.
Great. So we're hosting this candidate forum for the community, and the community will be welcome. We will be live streaming this event as well for those that can't attend in person. But it will be on Monday, October 24th at 5:30 p.m. The location still to be determined. We're thinking it's the high school, but we're working out some details. But we'll definitely publicize the location. Will be well publicized, and of course, all the candidates will be invited to participate. Election day is November 8th, and we have 10 candidates.
And early voting starts.
Early voting is on October 24th, so it starts that day, and it goes all the way through November 4th.
I think, when Leslie, when you said it's been wild, and Aitiana, I know I've seen your eyes sometimes. So when you go back and tell your friends, and what are some words, or what do you tell your friends about our board meetings besides you get free food at the beginning?
I mean, not gonna lie, the food's really nice, but I definitely tell them what happened, pretty direct. And I'll be like, oh, so this happened, and this person did this. It's also kind of funny having to see admin or teachers trying to find out what happened. They're like, oh, what happened? It's that's also kind of funny.
Yeah, I've had some teachers come up to me and say, oh, I was looking at the live stream,
and they'll want more info,
more
more details. It's they want all the cheese man.
You guys are insiders now, huh?
Yes.
That's good.
It's definitely a party.
Yeah, I remember I was I was exiting, the bell rang, I was exiting my classroom, and a teacher pulls me aside and he's like, here, he pulled me, he's like, come here. And I was confused. I was like, okay.
No, same that before, the day after.
The day after, last Tuesday. The teacher pulls to me and he's like, so what happened? What's the info? What's up with that? And I'm like, I just tell him what I heard, what I saw, and just and I think it gets them
But I think your input's been valuable. It's been valuable to the board. I know Aitiana, you spoke on behalf of Northwest, and that decision to go for the $25 million for the new. You were there, and decisions by other agenda items, because we ask you about them, and you guys, and I'm grateful you don't hold back. You say your piece, and you give them your insight. So that's pretty powerful, and I want to thank you for that.
Yeah, I believe it's if it contains information that's gonna help the students, us, not just my class, but the classes after. I think after we graduate, I just think we want to push forward instead of keeping us when I was a kid, we were this way, it was structured this way, we had to follow these rules, and I think it should be pushed forward rather than holding us back.
Education is very dynamic, and sometimes we're very static in our thinking, and are static in our actions, because we don't, we're comfortable, and it's oh, we've always done this, and then it's no, dude, life's changing. Life is changing. You got to change with it, and school is no different.
Well, speaking of dynamic,
Frank the Tank.
we also have with us here Mr. Frank Clark, who's a principal at Northwest, and we are going to talk about a very special week that just is about to finish. We're recording this on Thursday, but it was homecoming week for Northwest, and Northwest is 10 years old now?
We are quickly approaching on year number 15.
15, man. Where I missed 5 years.
And next year will be 15.
15 years. So it's definitely time. It's your quinceañera basically here.
It is.
And you guys blew it up for your 15 years. Your homecoming was very visible, very lively this week. Most people don't think of an early college as a homecoming sort of hub, but you guys are trying to change that culture here, trying to really beef up that mentality of what homecoming means for a school like Northwest Early College. What was different this year?
The spirit and the student involvement. So when I look outside at lunch and the kids are doing their homecoming activities, it's the number of students in front of each of their class portables participating in the events. And Aitiana or the Stuco president Paris gets on the intercom and says, staff and students, it's time to start, and everybody comes out, and a majority of the students are participating. And the last 10 minutes, half of the students are out there dancing on the circle to whatever music they put on. Right, so it's a community gathering for us, right? This is the week that our kids and our staff come together and remind each other why we're here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Today they're doing the Hollywood Shuffle.
Yes. Yesterday they did some other dances as well.
No, I can't lie. The freshmen did really well.
Freshmen?
Are the freshmen showing
freshmen.
you guys off? Come on.
No. Although I will admit the sophomores are kind of giving us seniors a run, I'm kind of scared, not gonna lie. But in general, although it's a competition between classes, it genuinely, just like Mr. Clark said, brings us together as a school. It's crazy how much people will participate, or, get along, and just seeing the freshmen get involved. Although they're the new class, it's crazy. It's crazy experience.
Well, now obviously there's no homecoming football game because there's no football team, but you guys did have a homecoming soccer game, and that's a tradition here, right?
It
Yes.
is.
How did it go?
Probably
We've had better days, that's for sure.
not the way they expected, but it was a good effort, and it was a good way to kick off.
So you lost.
Why,
By the
thank you
numbers, we
for
lost,
putting it
yes.
up that way.
If you look at the score, we
It
lost,
was a
but
good
it was
effort.
But it was a good
That's-
way to kick off.
That's what the
kick off our
Commanders.
week.
That's what the Commanders and Dallas
yeah,
Cowboy
that's a dig
football
at me.
team.
That's a dig
say,
at me.
Say every week. It was a good effort.
It was a
It's
good
a good
effort.
effort.
Actually, it was crazy.
But you see,
Yeah.
at least we're not saying that we're we're gonna take the championship. We're going to the Super Bowl. We're tame.
Pat, are you talking about the Pat? Don't talk about the Pat.
I'm talking about the Cowboys.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Good.
But-
But actually, you're really fast
Oh.
on the field. You're really competitive.
Yeah.
You did not bow down to that other team. I was like, man, look at her.
I've been seeing, I'm not gonna say names, but there's a Northwest mom that worked all week on a mom event. So we're gonna be
Christina?
seeing, we're gonna be seeing moms. We're gonna be seeing what people really think of, right, of homecoming. And you guys have a dance coming up as well, right?
Yes, tomorrow. Wish me luck. I'll need it all.
Why? What are you doing?
No, it's because it's putting it all together.
Oh, the event plan.
Yeah.
Yes. That's always nerve-wracking.
Well,
But you guys will do.
How did the Canutillo homecoming go? How was that? How was it fun?
It was really fun, actually. I'd say years before, I didn't find, maybe because I was younger, but I didn't find it as, let's say, entertaining, I guess, because we all kind of separated. We had the seniors in their own side, juniors would be up there, sophomores and freshmen. But this year we were all together. We came as one in a way, and it was really fun. We all danced and got along, and I definitely spoke to new people I've actually never spoken to, which was
cool.
fun. And we met a lot of people from what I've heard made new friends because of homecoming, and it was so fun. But-
Especially coming off this pandemic.
Mhm.
You guys really, this is probably your first time that, we can just be out in the open. And
Without restrictions.
Yeah,
Yeah,
without-
it's normal, I guess.
Yeah.
Back to our freshman type of year we had.
Yeah, we it was actually supposed to be outside, but then it started raining for 2 minutes, and it stopped. But everything was moved inside during those 2 minutes. So.
But I mean, you still pulled it off though.
Yeah,
so
still
kudos
pulled it
for
off.
you for that.
Oh,
No,
cool.
that's great.
What's your theme?
Our theme is a carnival.
A carnival?
Northwest is carnival.
Okay. So to go to the dance, you have to dress up like.
So our idea, like for it, was like what happens to the carnival after dark. So like you like put the mask on. It's like a change of pace.
So it's a masquerade.
It's a masquerade.
Ah, that's fun. That's fun. You know, I saw some photos, and when we're posting on social media, we like to use emojis, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we there was this photo of a girl because it was Circus Day, and there was a girl with a beard, right? There was a bearded
Oh, the
lady.
bearded lady, yeah.
And I was I was surprised to find out that there's an emoji of a bearded lady. So much. I'm like, hey, there, they got everything there, but well, congratulations on your homecoming. It looks amazing, and I'm sure that you guys are going to continue to build on the traditions that you've created for 15 years and the new ones you've started this year to make sure that Northwest and Canutillo continue to have amazing homecomings. Doc, I'm sure we're going to see a lot more of this.
No, I think what also was new this year is Mr. Frank Clark, the new principal at Northwest Early College. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Well, it's Principals
It's
Month.
Principals Month.
Yes, we have 10 amazing principals.
10 amazing principals. Amazing grace.
Yeah. We've had several of them on the podcast. Mr. Clark, this is your inaugural appearance on our podcast here, and we continue to be amazed at the leadership that the school district has. I was talking to someone today about being a high-performing school district, and I think that it's multi-layered, right? But definitely principals have a lot to do with it because they're the ones that are supporting, mentoring, and guiding those classroom teachers that are helping our students perform at the level that they're performing.
And besides the teacher, the number two is the principal, and we have effective leaders. Either we're successful, either we're in our mission, or we're not.
Right.
So that's how you define an effective principal. Do you get the results that you're looking for? Yes, then you're effective. No, if you're not. It's a very simple thing. But Mr. Frank Clark, you're brand new to the principalship. How does it feel, sir?
It feels good.
Wait, when I was a principal, go ahead,
no.
sir. Go ahead, sir.
It feels good. Being with the kids and being able to facilitate and let the kids come up with ideas and propose the stuff that they want to do it's a really nice place to be where we're able to guide the kids in the right direction. I've been at a central office role for many years, and one of the things was not being around the students. And coming back to a campus and coming back to this district specifically has reminded me exactly why we're in this job, because it's about the students all the time. And that's what's great about this campus is that it's a student-led campus. The students, they take the lead, and we're here to guide and facilitate what they want to do and help them make the right decisions for their education.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's amazing to see the progress that we've made as a school district. In my bond presentations, I'm talking about the future of the district and where we're going. And having been here before, when the perception of Canutillo was that of a low-performing school district that was out there in the boonies, and now, just a short time later, being the top-rated school district in the region, the best model school district in Texas, and that's all because of the work that students like the ones here today and the teachers and obviously our leaders are doing.
And speaking of top-rated, when you all thank you for going to the city, because the city, even though they recognized us right on October.
It was
September?
last Tuesday.
Last Tuesday,
Yes.
Yeah, it was last Tuesday.
Yes.
What did y'all think when you were there at the city and they were giving us kudos and hip hip hoorays and
The mayor came out.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was a new experience for me.
You guys have been all about government meetings lately, huh? Just like one government meeting after another.
But that was 2 days in a row. That was 2 in a row.
2 in a row, same
That
day,
was-
yeah.
that was something.
Same day, but yeah, I mean the city's really recognizing the work being done in Canutillo. I think it's no secret anymore that we have amazing teachers and amazing students and amazing principals here, and it's really the future is ours to grasp and to just take a hold of and make it ours. I know that with the trajectory we're on, we're going to be the premier suburban school district in Texas. You know, we're here tucked away in El Paso, but we're making waves throughout the state.
We are. We continually. Our job is to grow,
Yeah.
and again, going with your homecoming at the Canutillo High School and the circus here. After it's all about being creative and innovative, because who knows what tomorrow's classroom is going to be. I just hope it's not my classroom in the 80s and 70s or the classroom I see today. So when you guys go off another 5-10 years, that we have transformed the classroom into something bigger and better. And we don't know what that is. And that's the greatest thing about this job, is we don't know what that is.
Well, what we do know though is that.
What do we know?
Well, we know that.
What do I know?
That the instruction that's happening inside our classrooms does not match the state of our classrooms.
Heck
You know,
yes.
we're at Northwest Early College right now. We're recording at Northwest, and for those of you who don't know, this is a campus that's made up entirely of portables.
Oh, yeah, it is.
You know, so students here are performing at a world-class level, blue ribbon school in portables. You know, the high school next door to us, students are performing at an amazing level, you know, academically, athletically, and they're doing it in a building that's at capacity.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are. And you know, and our athletic facilities need work.
Tons of work.
Our fine arts need work. Our buildings are 25 years old, and you know, we don't have lights on our baseball fields where all the other 5A schools do that we compete against. So, you know, again, they need work, and this is our job, is to get better. And you only do that by providing for our kids resources, which are buildings and new buildings, and making sure our kids are safe and not in these portables that need work on the floors and the windows. And so,
And we'll be talking a little bit more about this in the upcoming weeks. As the bond election nears, we want to make sure that the public has the right information that they need to make an informed decision, and a decision that best suits their families, and that they're not misled by misinformation.
yeah, there's misinformation out there,
There
as we saw this week. There's a bunch of illegal signs
Right?
that they're just illegal out
Yeah.
there. There's illegal signs that, you know, and that are attached to some of the candidates too.
You know, these legal signs. We are filing an ethics complaint with the state. We want to make sure that we are. You know, we just talked about proper behavior by people that have influence, and we want to make sure that everybody's playing on the same level field. We're here to provide information. We're not asking anyone to vote yes or no.
Nope.
But we're also asking people to play by the rules.
Play by the rules. Play what's fair. You know, when you have a legal sign saying no, and really the jargons are such old. You know,
Yeah.
just it's just just old stuff. You know,
Old stuff.
like but again, you know, you just got to move forward. And I guess for you kids, is realize that, you know, you always got to move forward, because you're always going to have negative Neds and negative Nancys out there that no, and let's keep it the same and say stuff, but you got to always reach for that higher ground. But you got to make sure they're accountable. That, because a lot of times people will say negative stuff just out in public or at the open forum, right? You have experience, right? People saying stuff that has no basis. There's no facts attached to it, just their feelings. And then we're all quiet, right? No, okay, you know, not anymore, because this is for real. We're playing with your future, and I'm not gonna let these negative people out there not be accountable for what they're putting out. I mean, if you're putting that out, then put your name on it. And that's what the law says right now. Those signs are illegal, and we're gonna do something about it.
Great. Well, we're gonna kick it off, and again, congratulations on everything, Northwest homecoming and the successful Canutillo homecoming. We're going to take a week off next week because we're in an intercession, so we won't have an episode next week, but we'll be back the week after with more Canutillo Convos.
We can you and I can do one.
I'm game.
We'll be here.
We'll be here.
Everyone be safe. Northwest will be in session, right?
We will still be here.
Yeah, we can come do another.
We'll do one from here.
We'll do one from here. Anyways, y'all be safe, be healthy, take care of your families, and Canutillo out.